Give me some of the lessons
Yeah.
through your last 25 years.
Yeah.
When it comes to building team, building culture, what were some of the big, either defining moments or defining decisions or leadership lessons that you've learned in your journey?
Yeah. And there's so many, Eric. I often teach and coach based on my mistakes. One, because it allows people to see that you don't have to be perfect to succeed in this business.
So what are some of the biggest mistakes then?
So some of the biggest mistakes that I made is, one, trying to bring everybody with me. You have to be careful with that. I know many people like myself have a big heart, and you want to see other people win so badly and it becomes the detriment of your own business. And you taught me that, by the way.
Can't carry them all.
Yep. And I remember having a conversation with you, and I said to you, I feel like I'm leaving people behind, though. And you said, are you leaving them behind, or are they choosing to stay behind? And it shifted everything for me. And that helped me more than you ever know. So thank you for that, because
I dealt with the same thing.
Yeah.
When I started, I had this whole philosophy of we're not going to leave anybody behind.
Yeah.
We're all going to be linking arms, going across the finish line together.
Yeah.
And I just found they got heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. They're just like, I'm okay back here for their own reasons.
That's very true.
And Jim Rohn taught me, you can, if you're compassionate enough, and somebody's wounded, you can carry them on your back.
Yeah.
If it's a real desperate situation, maybe you can carry 2, but try and carry 5.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
No.
So people's decision to stay, if you understand that, it's so much better than feeling guilty that you weren't enough of a leader to get them to move forward.
Yeah.
Some people are just going to stop at a certain level, and you have to let them do what they're going to do.
Yep.
Tough.
And it happens at all levels. So as a lesson to everyone watching and listening, it doesn't stop. It's not like, once you have folks on your team who are making $200,000 a year, oh, I'm good now. I've got 20 people making $200,000 a year. No, you're not good. Because that same group, they're not going to be the same group. Not all of them to help you to get to your next level if you want to continue to climb. Unless you're good. If you say, I'm good with this, and you'll still have some diminishing impact or effect.
Yeah, there's no such thing as you're good and you're done.
That's exactly
Build
right.
it once and have it forever is an absolute myth.
That is
it
exactly
does not
right.
exist. Everything decays. Everything falls apart. Everything has to be rebuilt.
So true.
I just watched this movie recently called Blackberry. Remember Blackberries were the thing?
Yeah.
They had 45% of the global cell phone market, and today it's 0.
Wow.
45% of all of it.
Wow.
And 0. So nothing lasts forever.
Wow.
Things show up.
Yeah.
People change.
Yeah.
But I think, and tell me if you think you agree with this. I think part of the reason why some people stop, they and Harlan gave me, pardon me, I got the same frog in my throat that you do. Harlan gave me a really great, Harlan Stonecipher, he's passed away, but great CEO of Legal Shield, founder. He told me, cause I was like, we gotta get these other people engaged. We gotta get these other people go to work.
Yeah.
I was saying to him, and he was like, Eric, let me just tell you something. From experience, distributors in network marketing, for the most part, there are exceptions, but for the most part, they are an asset to the company for about 5 years, and then they just become an expense. The sooner you accept that, the better.
Yeah.
Like there are some that reinvent, like you've reinvented over and over and over and over and over for strong reasons, but a lot will do that push, and then they'll just ride whatever that is for as long as it's going to be. So in this journey, we kind of have to do our best to persuade and give people a stronger vision. Like you're really good at vision. So I think you've gotten people to stay and to be consistent longer than they would have, which is, I think, our job. Our job is to get people to do a little bit more than they were going to do without us. Consistently over time. Right.
It's so true. And you're right. I mean, I think we're in rarefied air in terms of having the longevity of leaders stay engaged.
Yeah.
Like in the community that we created, because it's like a family. And you can create that. It's hard for people to leave the family.